Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Sophie Erber.
And I'm Tim Seaman. Now that vaccines are being rolled out across the country, many Siouxlanders continue to wonder when things might get back to normal.
A question you're probably hearing a lot of. Our KCAU 9 News reporter Mallory Smith spoke with experts about when that might be in our top story at 6.
It isn't uncommon to want everyday life to go back to normal, and although Governor Reynolds took away the mask mandate, health officials are saying it might be a little longer till things are the way that they used to be. The CDC says even after your vaccination, which research shows is 95% effective, you should continue to follow the CDC recommendations, some of those being wearing a mask, practicing social distancing, and limiting the amount of people at gatherings. But that guidance leading many to wonder, when will things really go back to normal?
There's lots of different variants, mutations of the virus that are out circulating right now, and we're not exactly certain how effective the vaccines are going to be against the different variants.
O'Toole says there's research being done on whether or not people who are asymptomatic carriers of the disease can spread the virus, meaning experts are still not sure that if you catch the virus after getting vaccinated and are asymptomatic, you can spread the virus to others. We spoke with some of the community members about how they feel about having to follow guidelines after receiving the shot.
I don't want to wear a mask now. I'm only wearing it here because I have to.
Susie Strobin just received her first dose of the vaccine.
I'm glad that I've had the first dose, and I'm just a step closer to being a little safer, but I know just because I had the first dose doesn't mean everything's fine. And no matter what, I am going to be cautious, even after the second dose.
Strobin says, much like everyone else, she would like to return to normalcy, but for right now, the times we're in feels like the new normal.
I would love to be able to get back to at least feeling comfortable being out and being around people, but yet still, I think the new normalcy is being cautious.
U.S. health officials say at least 70% of the population needs to be vaccinated before things can truly start to go back to normal. Reporting live in the studio, Mallory Smith, KCAU 9 News. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Mallory. Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds is now citing Iowa's falling number of COVID-19 hospitalizations as the main reason that she decided to roll back public health measures. Appearing on Fox News, Hannity last night, the governor explaining that she told Iowans from the beginning that she would dial up and down the mitigation efforts. When we bring those numbers back down, we'll roll them back, she noted. Reynolds saying, quote, "That's exactly what I did." However, Iowa still has a 7-day rolling average of positivity rate at more than 26%. That's the highest in the nation, according to Johns Hopkins University researchers. Tomorrow, Siouxland District Health will be holding its first public vaccination clinic. It's set for the Tyson Event Center. 1,000 initial doses of coronavirus vaccine will be given to Tier 1 individuals. Those are folks over the age of 65, EMS workers, and early elementary educators. Now, participants must make an appointment to receive a vaccination, and those with the appointment are being asked to show up at their scheduled times and then have a photo ID ready to show that you are eligible.
So we're hoping it goes efficiently, quickly, and our goal, and we'll make adjustments if we find people are standing outside, but once again, that would be dependent upon we've scheduled them out so people don't show up early.
And District Health has another clinic set for February 17th. You can find information on when folks can register for that clinic on our website right now. That's SiouxlandProud.com. You'll also find it on the KCAU 9 News app. Taking a look now at the latest COVID-19 numbers from here with Woodbury County Health. They show 18 new cases in the past 24 hours, and there are just 6 patients now being cared for at local hospitals.
In Nebraska, Madison County reports almost 390 active cases tonight. There have been 56 confirmed cases over the past 2 weeks' time. And in South Dakota, Union County reporting 104 active cases. The county has a weekly positivity rate of about 13%. Hoping to improve the state's low national rankings for the rate of vaccination, doses administered, Iowa public health officials tonight are turning to Microsoft, the software company being paid now to develop an online vaccine scheduling system. The emergency request for that proposal came nearly a month after Iowa provided its first vaccination. 1 in 10 people aged 65 and older has a form of Alzheimer's or dementia. People with Alzheimer's rely on social interaction to ward off progression of that disease, which has, of course, been halted by the pandemic. To help fight it, and for one Siouxlander in isolation, they say that the pandemic has made dealing with it unequivocally worse. A program specialist with the Sioux City Alzheimer's Association says it is important that caregivers don't overwhelm themselves now.
Even just picking one thing, if you decide that today you are going to take a 30-minute walk with your loved one, that is going to be helpful for them. Even just trying to do one thing that's healthy is going to make a difference.
And tonight at 10, KCAU 9's Lydia Vasquez explains the effects the pandemic has had on Siouxlanders who are battling the disease and what you can do to support your loved ones. Despite another frigid day, the sun making an appearance in Siouxland, which, if I'm being honest, it made it feel a little bit nicer.
I'm glad you said that because I thought it was actually a little bit nicer out there today, too. I spent some time out on a car lot of all places.
That can be really cold.
And it felt warmer. It felt warmer today. Marcus, give us the good news. Was it actually warmer out there today?
It was a little bit warmer today, but not much. Temperatures out there today still hovering up around 10 degrees or so. We were at the high temperature of 12 degrees in Sioux City. I believe that's warmer than yesterday. I don't remember exactly where we were yesterday. Maybe 13. Very similar anyway as far as temperatures go. 10 degrees in Wayne today for your high temperature, 14 in Yankton, 10 in Cherokee, 7 in Storm Lake and Carroll today. So it was a chilly day, but you were right. The sun definitely helping make things feel at least a little bit warmer outside today. Overnight lows expected to drop down to 0 or slightly below 0 tonight. So another extremely cold night ahead of us. Bring those pets inside. And also, it does look like a chance for a few flurries tonight. Higher snowfall chances will occur later this week. I'll have more details on that in the 9 on 9. Sophie?
Thanks, Marcus. There's something exciting cooking up on Sioux City's west side, on West 7th Street to be exact, and it's for food truck lovers. Take note, a Siouxland couple has created a 10,000 square foot space known as the Yummy Block, located at 700 West 7th Street. The lot can allow 7 food trucks to pull in, park, and plug up to run their businesses. It's an opportunity for entrepreneurs to have one set location for customers to come out and allow the food truck owners to create their own sort of schedule.
You can run whenever you want. It helps us to help you, and then that you have one location where your customers can find you instead of going to that page and looking to see where you're set up for that day or that week, and then it makes it easier for all your customers.
Coming up tonight at 10, KCAU 9 News reporter Marina Bach speaks with a Siouxland food truck owner, sharing his reaction to this new addition to the community. Pretty cool. Well, most people are used to getting screened for COVID-19 before they enter certain businesses.
Why a hospital is turning a reminder of the pandemic into artwork. We'll show you that coming up.
Overnight tonight, we can see a few flurries throughout Siouxland. More snow chances later this week, though, and sub-zero temperatures look to stick around. Details on all of that after the break.
You're watching KCAU 9 News with Tim Seaman, Sophie Erber, meteorologist Marcus Beasley, and sports director Jake Jones. This is KCAU 9 News at 6.
Single digits to end the work week. As we head into the weekend, it looks like -4 on Sunday. Overnight low temperature Saturday night and Sunday night, negative teens to 20 degrees below 0. It looks like we'll warm back up, maybe above 0 for the middle part of next week. And here's a picture of today's sunrise in the northern part of Sioux City, Iowa. Really nice sunrise there out the window. If you have any pictures for us, go to SiouxlandProud.com, click on the weather tab, drop down to send us your photos, and upload some photos for our online gallery. We'll pick some to show on air. Tim and Sophie.
Beautiful. All right. Thanks a lot, Marcus.
Well, if you've ever been to a hospital or a healthcare facility, pretty good chance that you've been screened for COVID-19, and then perhaps you receive one of those stickers that shows that you've been given the okay.
That's right. Why a therapist is using those COVID-19 stickers to make art now for her hospital. Next. It's an easy way to show that patients have been screened for COVID-19. Those little stickers.
Yeah, a lot of folks have probably seen them, but now an Ohio hospital has been repurposing those stickers from their screening system and turning it into some pretty amazing artwork.
And Melissa Reed is giving us a closer look.
We started getting the stickers, I believe, in late April.
But what started out as a way for staff at university hospitals to know who had been screened at the front door blossomed into something else.
I started noticing that people were sticking their stickers in semi-inappropriate places, like in the elevator, on the buttons, or on the light post outside of Rainbow.
Michelle Chavez, an art therapist at UH Rainbow, decided to take the stickers and create something meaningful. Each circle is a different color and a different day of the month.
We put in a day at work or for patients and families, a day that represented maybe something that they were not expecting. And we get this little sticker to kind of prove it. And they weren't wanting to throw them away.
Chavez repurposed over 1,000 stickers into artwork. The first piece, called Hope in the Garden of Quarantine. More stickers were transformed into the famous painting, Starry Night by Van Gogh. While some are still being completed, there are 6 pictures total.
Coming in every day, you get a different color every day when you come through the door. And so doing that, you want to get up really close to it and say, oh, I remember that green day. I remember that blue day.
A simple idea to create a bigger, brighter picture. Pretty images filled with lasting memories to bring people together during this challenging time.
The fact that each sticker represents a person and a day that we were here doing this work, which is similar to what we were doing before, but it's harder in a lot of ways and it's different in a lot of ways. And then to see that up next to everyone else's stickers and we're making this big, beautiful picture, that's why it's so cool.
Really is beautiful. One center in Vermilion is showing their community pride with a new mural organized by the United Way of Vermilion. The new mural standing in the Community Connection Center that represents the best of Vermilion. Now, the project began last September. It was completed in January. You could see more about the mural in our digital exclusive story posted up on our website right now with the address there on your screen, or you could check out the KCAU 9 News app.
The Why Not girls basketball team kept their Lewis and Clark Conference Championship intact last night.
Jake has more on the Blue Devils' thoughts on their big win. That's coming up in sports, so don't go away.
Thursday for their final home game. Just great to see those cutting down the nets, and it's such a fun experience for anyone who's been in a gym when players get to do that.
She was wearing that so proudly.
Yeah, I wish some of our other conferences did that. You're exactly right. That conference tournament's a big deal.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Jake.
We check in for a final forecast. First, let's take you outside in Siouxland. Yes, it was cold, but talking to Scott, our chief meteorologist here, he says, you know, sometimes we just have a few bad weeks, but at least we're not alone because, you know, the rest of the country is also dealing with cold temperatures. And today it's been nice.
Big plunge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
it's not stopping.
The sun helps, but it looks like we're going to have some clouds in the next few days, unfortunately. Clouds move in tonight, -1 degrees. We might see a few flurries tonight. Tomorrow looks to be partly to mostly cloudy with a high of 13, but I don't think that 13 is going to feel as nice tomorrow as the weather we had today because the sun, it's really not going to be out tomorrow.
Bummer.
We were talking with Scott on the phone earlier today.
Yes, I wasn't calling you, Scott.
It's all good.
Have a good night. We'll see you at 10.
Yep, good night.